Hey everyone, we just shipped our May product update, and this one is packed. 2 major new features plus a round of improvements across campaigns, inbox, and the chatbot. Let me walk you through everything. The first big update is analysis fields. Until now, when a conversation ended, Replify would give you 3 fixed outputs: the qualification, the summary, and the next steps. That structure worked well, but a lot of you have been asking for more control over what gets captured and how. So now you can define your own custom fields. You set the name, the data type, and the prompt the AI uses to fill it in at the end of every conversation. A simple example, an isMember field. You define the key, you can write a prompt like, did the contact indicate that they're an existing member? And after every conversation, Replify will analyze that and return a clean value you can act on. You can also update the conversation topics field. Instead of using the default categories like defined in this prompt, you can define your own topics and the AI will bucket those post-conversation into the topics that you select. A couple of things worth knowing about how fields are configured. When you select to add a field, you can set the data type. You can also define whether the value saves to the contact or the conversation. And you can define the update mode, whether it replaces, adds to existing, or only defines if empty in your Replify portal. You can also control the send timing. Choose immediate if you want it captured in your CRM right away through your Zapier integration, or standard if you just need it visible in the portal. Once you've created your fields, you can define the prompt each assistant uses. You can apply a prompt to all active assistants at once, or you can create assistant-specific versions if you need them to behave differently by location. Once you've created your fields, you can define the prompt each assistant uses. You can apply a prompt to all active assistants at once, or you can create assistant-specific versions if you need them to behave differently by location. This is one of those features with a lot of surface area. The use cases here are pretty much endless. We're excited to see what you build, and if you want to get started, head to Analysis Settings in the portal. The second big update is multi-assistant campaigns. Before this, if you wanted to run the same campaign across multiple locations, you had to clone it for each one and manage them separately. That gets unwieldy pretty fast. Now you can create one campaign and assign it to a bunch of different assistants. The shared stuff in your configuration, like scheduling, channels, core messaging, and eligibility rules, is defined once and applies everywhere. But here's what makes it practical for multi-location operators. You can still configure per assistant differences within that same campaign. If one location has a different URL, different pricing, or needs an extra rule in the custom instructions, you can add that before you go live on that assistant. It gets appended to whatever is already defined for the campaign without a separate campaign needed. You also get a staged go live, so you can launch on one assistant first and confirm everything looks right, and then bring the rest live when you're ready, all from the same campaign. And from the performance view, you can see how each assistant is running the campaign at a glance, including which contacts are assigned to which agent. To turn this on while you're in the Create Campaign flow, you can create a campaign. And once you're on this field, you can select to go live on multi-assistant campaigns. If you have an existing draft, you can also share it from the campaign list. Just note that once you set a campaign to multi-assistant mode, that's permanent and it can't revert to single assistant only. Once you've designated a campaign as a multi-assistant campaign, you can view additional fields like the multi-assistant setup, where you can define the custom rules and custom knowledge for that assistant. Those are the big updates for May: analysis fields and multi-assistant campaigns. But we've also made a few other improvements that we talk about in our product update blog and email. So you can check those out if you have any other questions. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next month.